Today I got my lawn cutting band on for the sweat. But I want to talk about the cost of things. There's two ways to look at the cost of things. One way is that you have a fixed amount of money and you want to buy something, like a lunch. Say a lunch is $10 outside. So you have a fixed amount of money and you want to buy a lunch, and then what you want to do is you want to get the best deal for a lunch at the least amount of money. So you're looking for the cheapest lunch you can get because you have a fixed amount of money. Say lunch is $10. You have $10. So with a fixed amount of money, your lunch is going to cost you 100% of what you have. So you're out looking for maybe an $8 lunch. But another way to look at it is turn it around. There's a $10 lunch. You have $10. Now figure out how to get $12. And suddenly that $10 lunch is not 100% of what you have. What happens is the cost of things go down with the more money you have. And that's the way to look at the cost of things. Not that you have a fixed amount of money and you got to get the cheapest lunch you can get from $10 to $8. But the way to look at it is if you got $10, try to get $12. And suddenly your lunch just got a little bit cheaper. For instance, a $10 lunch. At $10, that's all you got, is 100% of what you have. But then you expand and you get $100. Well, now that lunch is only 10% of everything you have. It suddenly went from 100% to 10%. And let's say you expand your money to $1,000. Now that $10 lunch is 1% of what you have. 1% is getting cheaper. The lunch is getting cheaper. And if you have $10,000, that $10 lunch is 0.1% of what you have. So I'm saying is that the more money you have, the cheaper things get. Now, the people selling the $10 lunch would love to raise it to $100 for you because you got $100, but they can't raise the price to $100 to take your $100 because they have to sell to everybody else. And everybody else only has $10 to buy that $10 lunch. So they're stuck with the price. And what happens is, yes, the cost of the lunch goes up, called inflation. And the cost goes up by, say, 2 or 3% a year. That's inflation. Well, hopefully, your wages go up 2 or 3%. Sometimes they don't. So anyways, that covers the difference. Let's say wages go up 3% and the sandwich or the lunch goes up 3%. That's fine. Everybody's even. But if your money goes up 10% and the lunch only went up 3%, the lunch got cheaper. So this is what I'm talking about. The more money you have, the cheaper things are. The more you can have because they're cheaper. And all because they can't raise the price to meet what you have because they have to sell it to everybody else also.